This is the right hand one, correct?
Think so?
Yeah.
The stud is. So remember, he didn't have the right stud. It should already be loose because he was already taking it out, I think.
That's the wrong size.
That's the wrong size. You that size?
Sure. Perfect.
We're learning today. Teaching today. Don't lose any of the parts now. Ooh, that's greasy.
We're leaving that together.
That's real greasy. Oh no.
Bad learning.
Fail. So tight, but you want it to move. I think he said go like tight and then back it off just one little smidgen to make sure it's loose. Shouldn't have took the zip ties out, eh? You're about to lose the other side too.
Oh, you check it.
A little looser. A little bit more.
A little more.
Right there. And just like that, that's how you put a Howell ball joint together.
Oh.
What? He's second guessing my work.
Ooh, yeah, that's right there. Oh, yeah.
Super low friction.
Voila, all done.
All done.
Perfect.
Now can you make it over there without spilling all the pieces?
Sure.
You gonna try anyway?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get her.
Oh, those got grease works on them too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll have to remember to grease those this year.
Hey, we remembered twice last year. Got my T-Shaw koozie. It's kind of nice. I get to run the camera while Adam learns how to do all this. Are you riding or driving?
I had it in there once. Maybe take it back out.
I know, I'm such a bad teacher.
Sure.
You would never will find those little tiny set screws of it on there. How'd you take it apart?
Huh?
How'd you do it the first time?
I don't remember. Kind of like this. Struggle.
Driving the struggle bus, weren't you?
A little bit. Oh, there we go. Just like that.
Hey, grab me that Weir's bolt. So we had this fancy bolt from one of our classes, or when we were down for our class, but it's got a like a machine cut tip on it, so that way when you are setting your ride heights in the front, since all this linkage is in the way, it makes it a little easier to see where center is. And we only need those in the front, 2 lower control arm bolts. So
Just like that.
see, just like that. Then when you measure to it, it's easier to figure out where center is, because a lot of times kind of guess where center is, and then you contradict someone else's measurement or your own, and you don't know where you're at.
Sweet.
Oh, one down. Now we're moving on to the upper.
Put it in the way here.
I'm in the way, like always.
Oh, you're fine.
So we used to always use the QA1 low friction ball joint stuff. That's awful tight.
Yeah.
So we, this is our, last year was our first year of, maybe try taking those set screws out more?
Try.
But yeah, we still learning the tricks and trades, all this stuff. They're a little bit different. Nice thing about these, you don't need anything real crazy for tools. We're on the QA1s. Do I have one of those up here? What did we do with that bent one?
This one?
Oh, the arm. Where did we put the bent arm?
This and this was in there.
Oh, yeah. So, like, the QA1s have, you need to do a, oops, shoot, my bad. Put that in, and you're supposed to take, like, the set screw out, or the, sorry, the Zerk, my bad. The Zerk, and you use a special tool to tighten the preload. And then this is like the jam nut, and you need a spanner wrench. So once you have the tools, it's not bad. I've just found where I take that grease zerk out, and if you put two 5/16 nut jammed on a 5/16 bolt, you can kind of use that as that wrench. Otherwise, it's a kind of like a piece of hex stock almost that you use to tighten that. And then spanner wrench, we just buy the cheap adjustable ones. Like Harbor Freight or whatnot. So there's my aspiring YouTube star. She's getting ready for bed. It's getting late here, so. But yeah, I don't have a problem with the QA1s per se, other than just they're a little bit more finicky adjusting and doing the pretty low and stuff like that. But we
not looking good.
Uh-oh, now what's going on? We get boogered out. I think I had problems with it. I don't know if it has something to do, I think, with that being boogered up or something. I don't know. Yeah, let's
Can't lose those two set screws.
leave it to me to use the set screws. Well, here, we got this little guy.
Perfect.
Ah, must suck to be that kid.
Thanks.
This ain't terrible.
Yeah, I was trying to put it in the paper towel for you.
And then this is the difference between QA1. This is a lower, but you can kind of see the design. This has got a flat surface. This has got a groove cut in it, and it's a complete sphere. So that's just the kind of the difference, upper and lower. And then this is kind of your tightening on the adjuster all together on the how. And then here's the cup, the ball, which comes actually in a couple pieces too. And then you got your spanner and the doodad that tightens the preload. Can I go back together real good?
Sure.
I suppose if you had the actual ball joint, that help.
It's tight.
fluid or something. We got the. Sorry for the fly trap. Fly trap. We had a little issue with some flies last year, and fly trap catching some flies, but got XR on.
See those top threads?
Yeah, I think what happened is I tried backing it out. Didn't realize there was 2 set screws.
It'll just be a little tight. It should go in. I mean, it came out, so.
Yep. Put her in a vise.
Yep.
Get around here. See what he's doing.
That's a lot better.
Ideally, we would probably replace this, but the stud and everything's still fine, and this housing has a special grind on it right there for clearing the shock when the goes into full dive on the right front. So
Bennett?
yep, watching the XR races down in Las Vegas with Smiley over here. She gets to stay up a little bit later because it is not a school night, so. What do you gotta say, Faze? She's funny. She's my oldest, wisest.
Made it worse.
Ooh, it's kind of like a weird catch in it.
I know.
Maybe loosen it some more. Got a ball giant that's got a little bit of a catch in it. We're trying to get adjusted out of it. Hopefully without making it super loose or anything like that. Then we can get it put in our fancy Kaiser upper arm. Our last one had a good tweak to it, and we were suggested not to probably run it, so we much better, much gooder. I like it.
Good.
Let's run it.
Looks good.
So we got quite a bit done tonight. We are just tidying up a little bit of the wire, and we got the master switch. Zoom on that page, or kind of show that. So we got that put in. That's the master disconnect. Got it routed to the battery, and then you got the power wire to the solenoid, which kind of powers the starter. We have power wire set up to run into the cockpit with a Deutsch connector, and we got the front suspension put on and verified that our fuel cell works and fits in there right. So we'll disassemble that, take it in and get it powder coated, and that should be about it for tonight. Me and my camera lady are gonna go inside here soon and probably call it a night. So I thank everyone for watching. Slight update. We got the cockpit deflector somewhat mounted in. Just kind of clamped right now. I'll show you what I was working on just a little bit ago. And I thought about recording it, but there was a lot of cussing, swearing, throwing of tools.
So basically I made some panels that
form around the inside of the top of the dash panel. As you can see, I had a couple minor glitches. The panels didn't quite come together. It was easier to make it in halves. That was my first resolve, and just ran into a few glitches here and there as far as how some of the fitment. And if anyone's ever built their own body, the old took the plastic off some of the hidden pieces here, forgot it on this half, so that was some more custom swearing frustration. But I will say, once I got put in, a little trimming on this piece, the new cockpit deflector, everything seems to be lining up about to what I expect. Little trimming here and there, nothing too bad. It probably is going to drive me nuts, but I think you can see the cockpit deflector is a little bit offset to the right, but it's about as good as I'm going to get. I think last year it was a lot closer to the steering wheel, so I do have plenty of room yet. Just more room on the right side than the left side. I think I can live with that. It does fit really nice underneath the dash, or underneath the cockpit deflector to the dash, so that fits really nice. I probably should throw a shout out to my nephew. My air rivet gun took kind of a little bit of a break last year. I had some issues with the tip of it, and he got into racing for a couple years. He had bought a new style of rivet gun, and mine went down, so I asked to borrow his, and he's been kind enough to let me use his. So I do have to give a shout out to him. He knows who he is, so I appreciate that much. So that's about what I got for tonight. Like I said, I didn't record much. About every time I wanted to get the camera out, I was cussing, swearing, throwing something. I did have my daughter come out and help me. We bead rolled some of the panels just to help keep the sharp edge off, so that was nice of her to help. And I'm not sure if I showed you guys this or not. It's a Woodward Fab bead roller. I had always used Phil Racers, and it was really cool. Some dies. I ended up making my own dies. I had some time to put them on the lathe and get them laid down, and it don't work terrible. It's got a little lip there that catches it, and so it's I believe a 1/4 inch, so it rolls a 1/4 inch over. I'm still getting used to using it myself. I added a little handle up here in the spring setup, so, but we got to use that again tonight. That'll come in more handy the more panels we make, just keeping the sharp edges off. That works out really nice. So I think we're gonna sign off for tonight. It's getting late, I believe. I'm gonna check. Leave it. Started snowing. It snowed last night, and I didn't think it was supposed to snow. And again, yeah, again tonight it snowed some more. So I know the wind was howling a little bit ago. That'll make it fun out in the country for them folks. So, well, we will see what the next night brings.